All right, here at the MIAA post-match press conference after semifinals between Adrian and Hope, we're joined by head coach Becky Schmidt of the Hope College team, setter Lauren Hazekamp, and also middle hitter Courtney VanHouzen. And Coach Schmidt, maybe you could just first talk a little bit about your team's performance today, winning in three straight sets and moving on to the final tomorrow.
Yeah, at this point in the season, we'll take whatever we can get, and I thought that tonight we did a nice job of being able to get in system, and our passers did a phenomenal job, I thought, of letting Lauren have lots of different options offensively to be able to set to. I think that there were times where we didn't take care of the ball as well as we're capable, and we're continuing to work on trying to find that kind of consistency. But I felt good about the way that we facilitated our opportunities to be successful. I thought our block did a much better job tonight. I mean, that's something that we've put a good amount of work into, and they really stepped up and blocked hard defensively.
You went 4 sets the first 2 times you played Adrian. Tonight it was 3. Did you do something different, or were you just in more of an aggressive mode, or you just didn't want it to last that any longer?
Yeah, no, I think that our team did have a better sense of urgency in the match tonight. There were some times where, like, I didn't think that we were. I mean, like, there were just some times where we were playing like a little bit behind, but it was not for a lack of attitude, right? I mean, like, I could see the amount of focus that we had on our face and in our eyes, and I was really pleased with the way that we were approaching every single point tonight. And the last time that we played Adrian, we started kind of like looking over the edge a little bit and saying like, okay, I think we could get out of here kind of early, and then they ended up picking up their defense and doing a great job. So,
how did you rein them in to keep from looking ahead to tomorrow?
Well, we've been talking a lot about staying in the present moment and playing each point for its own sake. About this time of year, like not taking anything for granted, and there's survive and advance from here on out, and we've got to make sure that we're playing each point to win it and then move on to that next point.
Lauren, are you taking the attitude like every match I play from now on could be my last one? And how is in a way, is that affecting how you are influencing the team to rise up and play a little bit better?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is getting to be that feeling that, any game now could start being my last. But I think as an athlete, it's always been my attitude to play like a senior, just so I always had the mentality that any game could be my last, so that I'd be giving 100% effort just in respect to my seniors above. And I think that's an attitude we're trying to cultivate right now, for everyone to play like, this is their last time.
You looking forward to playing Calvin again?
Yeah. It's a fun game. It's a good atmosphere. It's good volleyball. It's everything you want as an athlete. I think it's going to be a good game and just ready to compete.
Are there 1 or 2 or maybe 3 keys that you need to do right tomorrow to get through this?
Yes,
you or Lauren or?
I think that a key part of our game plan is to really focus on trying to create options with our serve receive. That's been one of the ways that Calvin has been able to get us on the defensive very early on in the last few matches is by serving tough, and I feel better about the way that we're going to be approaching those serves tomorrow, and I'm excited to see that. Defensively, making sure that we're just playing with relentlessness, and we've seen that in spurts, but I feel like this team is ready to come kind of just going after it with reckless abandon all the time, and then finally we need to make sure that we're taking care of the ball but finding ways in order to get Calvin out of system. They are when they've got a good pass, they got a lot of very effective options, and if we can find ways in order to get them out of rhythm a little bit, then we're going to be in good shape, I think.
Courtney, obviously Lauren's been a central figure in what you guys do. She moved into second all-time assist. tonight. Can you talk about her from a hitter's perspective and what she's done to make, this group of hitters be as effective as you've been?
Yeah, Lauren makes our lives as hitters a lot easier than it could be. Yeah, she, from a middle perspective, it's not an easy thing to run us out of system when it's not good passes all the time or not a great dig. But the best thing we can do is trust that she'll set us, and she does. I mean, there's a reason I get kills. It's because she has the faith in me to set me in plays that aren't perfect, but we both make work. And that's led to our effectiveness, our relationship on the court. And I mean, she mixes it up really. Like, if I'm blocking against her in scrimmage plays, it's really hard to see where she's going with the ball. So she's really good at mixing it up, and she makes our life pretty as easy as it can be.
And Becky, could you talk about Lauren as an all-league performer, and then your other all-league honors, Allie, with Defensive Player of the Year again, and then second team selection. Just talk about your all-league honors.
Yeah, I mean, they've been the model of consistency for us. Over the past 3 years, they've held down those positions and have facilitated our success. I mean, we graduated a lot of our offense last year, and when knowing the defensive players that we had returning, knowing Lauren, I was like, okay, we got the first 2 contacts figured out. Now who's going to put the ball away? But they have met and exceeded those expectations every single year that they've been here. I'm glad that they chose Hope. I'm grateful for the impact that they've had on me as a coach, and proud of everything that they've accomplished.
One other question about tonight. So second game, going back and forth, you're at 14, then you went on a run. Did somebody have to say something, or just made eye contact between you girls on the court, or just what happened in that stretch when you took charge? Anybody?
Well, I think it was just one of those things where something clicked and then we just fell right into a rhythm. So we weren't necessarily firing like we were used to, and I think we just had to get that feeling of connecting and being one on the court, and as soon as we hit that stride, we just went with it and we didn't turn back from there. I don't know if it was necessarily like maybe a key communication thing or something like that. I think it was just kind of us all buckling down a little bit, and you mentioned eye contact, and that's something out there that we kind of get that look in our eye, that grit that you can kind of feed off of, and we just kind of take that from one person to the next and try to run with it.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies.